start driving. Check. And just making sure I didn't disable recording. This is interesting, the route we're taking. You know, it might try to go down there. That is an exit officially. Although maybe it's like not in its map data. We're taking the long way out of the parking lot today. Maybe FSD is mapping the parking lot. That is a possibility. Alright, major news today. Cloudflare took out X. It took out some other big things supported by the Cloudflare backend. But the news I'm more interested in, the news that's impactful to this video thing I'm doing, this video project, is Grok 4.1 came out as a beta today. I saw it was available to me, so I'm gonna make tonight's post using Grok 4.1. That's gonna be good. Hopefully it brings some new creative writing, the interesting angle, extract more detail from like what I'm saying here, what we're observing via FSD. Looks like traffic tonight, not terrible. It's about a 35-minute drive from where we started this. We'll get home right at 6. Ooh, that's a good point, because I have a appointment at 6. I forgot about that. Alright. Get home right at 6, that's good. Yeah, we're getting all the green lights here, so it's not really much of a challenge, but man, coming from what I saw this morning, that's going to be hard to top, but human drivers, they make it interesting. They make all the content here. The car knows how to drive safely. I like that it's choosing this gap here, although the guy behind is arguably like kind of closing that gap a little bit, as you know, all New Englanders. I mean, this is probably LA traffic thing too. Interesting posture. Mad Max today is not trying to like overtake like crazy. I mean, admittedly, I'm jumping between trucks here, so they might have like slightly different personalities, slightly different models expressed. But that's just like full on conjecture. Sorry, conjecture. Mad Max is losing its mind with this guy driving like, I think 13 under the speed limit. It's 55 third here. Now he's speeding up. And now he's going to speed limit. Oh, so I saw in an article, Waymo is coming to 5 new cities. I don't know about the old news. The legacy media definitely recycles some stuff, so that might be referencing old stuff. But in case that's new, I think last time I checked, Waymo had 2,500 robot taxis in their fleet. Correct me if I'm wrong for that. I want to know when Tesla is going to exceed Waymo's fleet. And I think they can do it really easily because, from what I understand, the Robotaxis come with like a tiny piece of telemetry kit, I think. But other than that, at least that was the initial, release of the Robotaxis, the Model Ys in Austin. They just come off the line as Model Ys, and they have like a little sticker on them that says Robotaxi. And they become a part of the Robotaxi network. Want to know, when is Tesla going to basically exceed Waymo's Robotaxi network in terms of number of taxis, and possibly also the network boundary? I forget what you call that. Ooh, this is good here. Slowing down, highly reactive to the guy in front. No real danger to behind. On the peak of the bridge here, there was a good slowdown. We're gonna go around this guy, half mile to our exit. I like it. Yeah, that was cool. We're probably just gonna get right back in here. The car is even acting like, oh, that was a mistake. We might go behind him. We're not taking a position to go in front of this guy that slowed down necessarily. Put our signal on, just let it know we're coming in. He's giving way, and we're right back in the left lane to take our exit onto 91 South. 26 minutes to go. Yes, I just thinking about how many Model Ys come off the line from Austin, Giga, Texas. Seems like it would be easy for Tesla to just cross and exceed Waymo's taxi count. The only thing limiting them right now would be how many Robotaxi safety drivers they need to just babysit the car, really just sit there and do second to nothing. And the other one I heard of is just people to manage the Robotaxis at the control room basis. If the Robotaxis need any help through like a teleoperator, that's the only limit I know of at the moment. And I think Waymo has the same constraints, except Waymo can't print cars like it's nothing, and I think Tesla is well positioned for that. Oh, this is cool. So guy in front, yeah, I thought it was gonna it should take the Undertake officially. I think there's a little more breathing room there. We have our signal on to, oh yeah, it says change it as mind here. It's gonna go around. Oh, this is interesting, yeah. I'll let it be. The truck got kind of close to us. There's an 18-wheeler behind us, but he just needs to manage his distance. This is interesting. It is clear, but it won't take the turn. I think the camera might. No, I did clean the camera. At least with the sleeve of my shirt. Yeah, I just didn't want to commit to the lane change there. There's a failure to commit, but it did it. It just took a couple tries. So there's a really good slowdown here. Keep at the ready to put the hazard lights let people know behind, but it's smooth enough for a slowdown here. It's it's managing the traffic behind us. Definitely interesting to see. To our right, we're gonna go for that undertake. Good. Bit of a slowdown. We're just coming through some mild slowdowns on our way to the 91.9 Middletown interchange. Yeah, nothing much going on there. Like that, we're through the local slowdown. Very smooth. Very with traffic. Let's see if we have this failure to commit now. Lane change was good. No problem. I like our position here. So we're in the second to right lane. Follow distance. Very smooth braking. Watching, there is an 18-wheeler. There was one directly behind us. What is behind us? I think there's a small dump truck, but just a 2-axle. Plenty of space, very agile maneuver. But I think it might have been for naught. I mean, it could go. It's gonna, yeah, I might intervene here. Yeah. Oh, it wasn't an 18-wheeler. It was a van. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was confused by the profile of that van behind us. I thought it was an 18-wheeler. Alright, we're gonna try to go for the middle lane again from the right lane. I like, you see there, it does put the request in and makes traffic around it aware of its intention. They can choose to let it in or not, and it will just pick up those context clues based on estimating their speed. That's good. We saw there, almost found like a slot, and it was like, this isn't quite meeting my criteria, I'm gonna wait, and it did. A little wiggly in the lane, but it's all part of its like checking kind of process. halfway right now. 17 minutes to go. You'll notice I'm calling out the time because right now I don't have a transcript. I know it's a simple problem. My transcript's literally just words. And it doesn't report, time stamps along the way. So I gotta inform Grok, old Grocky here, of what kind of pacing we're at so it can calibrate mid video, because I tell it to distribute the time stamps throughout the text. Kind of gathers that kind of context. It's an interesting concept. I could prompt inject in the video like commands for Grok to do things. It's a wild time we live in. So we got this 18-wheeler here on the left. I don't know if it's just a situation. So he's in the leftmost lane, and I mean, just for 91 corridor, Connecticut has like this no trucks, buses, leftmost lane. Some kind of anti-trucking law. Not sure on that, but it usually means the trucks get over. Might just be that he got on the highway and just not enough cars let him through, let him in. But he's just the rig with no trailer. He could easily. It's not like a space issue. I guess he's just not aware of the law or just doesn't care. Anyways, FSD undertook the 18-wheeler rig in the leftmost lane and back into Mad Max mode. I mean, we never left Mad Max mode, but just the embodiment here is the speed. Slow moving cars. It does look like we're coming up on some stopped or slower traffic, but this is kind of typical up in here. Coming up on the hill that then drops you into the 691 interchange. Quickly approaching that slower traffic at the top. Trucks are battling for pole position, slow vehicle lane, that kind of thing. We are going for the undertake, I guess, giving the pickup truck in front of us some ideas. I guess we're going all the way. Gotta be cautious as it'll be slow up there. Looks like we're intimidating the pickup truck in front. I really don't want FSD to follow the pickup truck in the slow vehicle lane doing quick maneuvers, especially with the slow traffic coming up. But I guess we are. It's clear. Here we go. We'll look to see how FSD should pick up on the fact this lane's ending. Yep, it sees slower moving traffic. It's taking the opportunity to dive into a major gap, and we're back. That was cool. What's not cool is like I saw what that pickup truck in front of us doing. It's like you put your turn signal on. It's like, oh, that's a good idea. Oh, got a weird thing going on there. So we got a little wiggle wag there. I don't know if it's the lighting. You can see there's like some glare on the camera from the trucks behind, but its confidence level in that lane change is definitely reduced at night. There's that pickup truck that's going past for whatever reason. Copying our FSD moves. FSD's got the idea. Yeah, there's indecisive lane changes due to it's probably going through calculations like, oh, am I tracking that? It's like certainty that it's tracking. Target's moving up quick. It was this truck that's passing us right now. Did have enough space, but I think there was just this uncertainty level. It's like, should I not go? I probably shouldn't go. That's what was kind of going through its mind. Didn't disengage. Felt like awkward, but not worth disengaging, I'd argue. Especially because we never crossed the line. You could check the video and also check the plotting. I think we ever crossed the line, but it is like awkward to see. I'm sure you see the car like doing a little mini fishtail. Not good. So that pickup truck that was like kind of copying FSD's moves that was in front of us, FSD ends up in front of it on its own merits. I don't know. It seemed like that guy's goal was just to kind of stay ahead of us, to be honest. I'm not really sure what was going on there. But FSD is just trying to flow through traffic. It's kind of inhibited by this pickup truck, but I guess you could argue that it won. We did pass him like 8 cars ago. Alright, we got a guy coming up on 691 here. He is letting us in. This is very nice of the gentleman. And now we're going for the overtake the truck here on 691. 9 minutes left to destination house. We'll see which way it parks. Should be the first car, Cybertruck there. So I like that FSD, if it doesn't need to be in that middle lane with that left on-ramp there. Well, it's not an on-ramp, it's like a left lane that comes onto the road here. Here's that indecisive lane change thing. The indecision on that lane change, the indecision in the mornings at the intersections on an unprotected right turn, and to come along with that indecision at the intersections is like that like mild brake stabbing is just like, oh, I should go, I shouldn't go kind of situation. That's like the worst of this version. Like, that's it. And it's not even like that bad. It has not put me in an unsafe position yet, which is the goal. Awkward, yes. Unsafe, no. I say unsafe. No, it's not unsafe because we never left the lane. We had our turn signal on. And it's like, should I go? Should I not go? It never went. It maintained the lane. Not unsafe. Same thing with the intersections. We're first in pole position. We're going. No, we're not going. Again, we're not putting ourselves in front of traffic. The minimal argument you can have is that you're just impacting vehicles behind you. But you're at a red light at an intersection. You're first in line. You shouldn't be expected to go 100 miles per hour instantly. as to say the cars behind should just manage themselves. Expect like, oh, I might need to stop. I like that we're slowing down for the stop sign. This never happened before. Version 14 coming in for the quantified win here. I'll turn the screen to see the mapping here, what the car is perceiving. And we have a gap, and we're taking it. The map should, the FSD visualization should auto-rotate specifically for like, okay, here's where you're prioritizing, paying attention, like at on-ramps, it should like spin you around and be like, same with like left turn, right, left lane changes, right lane changes, that kind of thing. It should like, you know, orientate you to see back, behind, blind spots. That's a good feature. Also, shout out, let's test Grok 4.1 beta now. Shout out to my app that's been recording all of these FSD version 14.1.7 FSD videos. This is filmed on my app for iPhone, all site, all site. You can search either one. That's SIGHT, all site. In the App Store. It's free right now. It's high utility. It records 3 cameras in high resolution all at the same time. So you can do a lot of things with that, video editing wise. You don't need 3 cameras to capture whatever it is. Like, I'm thinking applications like air shows and rocket launches. You can capture that zoomed in lens. You can capture like a wide angle, the crowd, think of that. You can capture the FaceTime camera all at the same time. It's not 3 cameras, it's 1, and it's awesome. And it's free. So check it out. We may or may not be far back enough from the intersection here on Lewis Ave. This is our no turn on red check here. The green light here may change so that we get the red, and I'd like to see if it's just planted at no turn on red. We're going to turn on to a 2-lane. 2-lane same direction. I don't know how you say that for in town, other than 2-lane same direction. But we're going to turn on to that, and it's been indecisive, so it looks like we're not going to test no turn on red. Almost 1 car behind. So we were not indecisive here. We picked the rightmost lane, and then we're getting over. I think FSD pulled context from the Honda Civic in front of us. I was like, oh, there's 2 lanes there. I see it. There was a drive last week, and it might form like local parameters once it's driven in a space long enough. I'm really not sure. But that was very smooth. And if you heard that thud, that was the kickboard we have in our trunk from swimming season. Still gotta take that out. Or maybe I'll leave it in all season. Who knows? This is largely uneventful. Always some indecision and lane changes. Oh, look at that. I think we engaged ABS brakes there. Yeah, I mean, we're still going to stop. So FSD was very determined to, maybe I can bring up the camera here. So there's a stop line way back here. The light changed. We were just about on it or over it. You checked the video. I didn't quite catch exactly where we are, but we did some fairly intense braking to probably try to make that stop line, but we were over it. And I think FSD had possibly tried to achieve like a clearing the intersection kind of maneuver when you're in a left turn and you pull forward. But this is just such a weird intersection where the stop line's so far back, you're in the intersection like the whole time. But that was good. It was smart enough to figure out, yeah, I'm not like pulled into, oh, it's catching this guy here. Did you see this? There's a guy crossing the street here. You could barely see him. Wow, that was cool. I was like, at first I didn't see him at all. I hope that came on camera. You know, got certainly the 1x lens is really good at nighttime. That's why you can see me here. It's 1x. The wide lens. I was wondering why we're stopping, and we saw like a little bit on the visualization that there's like a person there. FSD like instantly saw that. I didn't see nothing. I should probably record that. Yeah, to see what the camera could see. Yeah, that was cool. Wow. That's practically like stopping for a deer that like jumps out. You know, this guy wasn't even in the road. He was just like kind of crossing. But FSD's like, are you gonna keep crossing? It stopped for him. It's applicable. It makes sense for the road. It's a 25 mile per hour road. That was pretty amazing. I honestly normally, like, even if I did see the guy, I think I saw him that he was intending to just wait at the on the meridian, but I think it makes sense. The road is slow enough that you don't know if he's planning to go or not. Here, I'll bring up the visual so you can see the cars coming, and it sees the other cars coming from ways away. We're clear this way, and now we are clear the other way, and it goes. That was nice. Maybe I have two things to show. I could show that guy crossing out in the dark tonight. And so these are like the things I'll highlight on my Instagram post. Because like uploading long form video is like really difficult there. I haven't found a good way to do it. And the bus from this morning. Wow. Yeah, that's what I say. I'll keep filming. I'll try. I'm forming a workflow to keep this up. So the driveway is empty here. Let's see if it picks up. It kind of feels like it's gonna pull straight in, but it's not gonna run over my lawn. Oh yeah, it's just taking up like the whole driveway. So it doesn't even. Our driveway's kind of small, and I can't really see ahead of us. Yeah, it gets really close there. Okay. So I'm gonna fix this. Hopefully, like as I fix the parking, Tesla AI picks up on that. Like, oh, he corrected this. Like so close to FSD handling the parking that they're like, that's a preferential thing. You know, I don't yet know how that works, but. You know, I'm glad I could share this with you. And to be clear, we did not run over the lawn today, so that's a step above. And there goes the kickboard again. Did not run something over, I think. Alright, and tonight we're gonna do paint protection film on the bumper cam because I saw it was getting nicked. But yeah, thanks for joining us. That's one done, good recorded. And again, thanks for joining us. Good, success.